Hello everyone, this is Prodigious TCC, that's Prodigious, a trading card collector, and we are going to be going through the Yamato starter deck here. I've already opened it just to take a look through the cards to see what I was looking at here. I'm going to go through them and just, go through them and talk about them. So our leader is Yamato, 5 life, yellow, 5,000 power. Pretty standard. Ability Dawn 1 on your opponent's turn. If you have 2 or less life cards, this leader gains 1,000 power. So later on in the game, or depending on how fast you go through your life, pretty early in the game, you could be looking at a 6,000 power leader on your opponent's turn. So they're going to have to swing for at least 7,000, at least 6,000. So giving at least 1,000 Dawn to their, so they can't swing as easily, basically. So then you're going to be looking at having to do if they swing 7,000, that's only 2,000 counter for you to do. It just makes it like a little bit more difficult. You're getting into Whitebeard numbers, which is always a pain in the butt to swing at Whitebeard. You're like, oh, 6,000, not 5,000. I'm looking up here because that's where my OBS is. Sorry, should be looking at you. Next is Kozuko Odin, who has their own leader card. It's a green leader card, but this one is 7 cost, 7,000 power. Dawn 1, this character gains double attack, and on KO, I may trash 2 cards from my hand, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life card. So this is just a way to get some life back. Next is Ace, 6 cost, 7,000 power. Once per turn, if this character would be KO'd, I may trash 1 card from the top or bottom of my life cards instead. So this is just an interesting ability to get rid of your life to save your character. If you would prefer having your character card there for a little bit longer. I mean, 7,000 is a nice number to swing with, especially for a 6 cost. You have that ability. I believe Digimon has also just added something like that, where you can trash your security cards to keep some of the yellow cards alive as well. It must be Yellow Thing. Both Bandai, so that would make sense. Then we've got 4 of these Shinobu. It's a blocker, and on block I may add 1 card from the top or bottom of my life to my hand and then gain 4,000 power during this battle. So I can bring her up to 6,000. So if someone attacks me, for just a 5,000 swing, I can block, get rid of a life, and keep this blocker alive. Which is pretty interesting. We've got 4 of those. We've got 4 of these vanilla Kozuki Momonosuke, 2 cost, 4,000 power, 1,000 counter. Sorry, I'm out of the alignment there. It's okay. It is what it is. I mean, 2 for 4 isn't bad. No trigger or nothing like that. It's just, it is what it is. 4 of those. We've got 4 Kaido cards. Dawn 1, if you have 2 or less life cards, this character cannot be KO'd in battle. So I can put it out for 4, has 5,000 power. I can swing. If I have 2 or less life, you can't. Yeah, I mean, you can attack it if you want to, but you can't KO it in battle, which is kind of nice. Unless you have a card. Unless you have a card that I have later on, which would be a real not fun move to do. I've got just a 4 cost, 6,000 power, 1,000 counter ulti. So it is what it is. I've got an Uzeki Tempura, 4 cost, 5,000 power, 1,000 counter. It does have a trigger. Rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less, and then add this card to your hand. So that is nice that it goes, after you use a trigger, it goes to your hand instead of use a trigger, discard it. It would be nice if it went to the field afterwards, but I think that's asking a little too much. So this is the one. So counter, up to 1 of your leader or character cards gains plus 4,000 power during this battle. Then if you have 2 or less cards, add up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 or less to the top or bottom of your owner's life cards face up. So basically, if I have 2 or less life, I can get rid of 1 of their low cost cards to put on top of their life. I'm not exactly sure how often I will use this card, but hey, it's there. But as I was saying, you can use this card to bump my life back up. So if I'm attacking, I have 2 life or something like that, counter, put the card back on top, and then that Kaido card is now able to be knocked out through battle. Got 2 of these Narakurubi arrows. The trigger on that was draw 1 card. Narakurubi arrows, 1 cost. You get 2 of these in the deck. Counter, if you have 2 or less life cards, give up to 1 of your opponent's leader or character cards minus 3,000 power during this turn. And you may trash 2 cards from your hand for the trigger. Add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards. So, yeah, it is neat. Life manipulation, that is yellow. 5 cost, 7,000 power, 1,000 counter, bland Yamato. 3,000 power, 3 cost, 2,000 counter, which is pretty nice. Another Yamato. This one is when attacking, you may add 1 card from the top or bottom of your life to your hand. This character gains plus 2,000 power until the start of your next turn. So it brings it up to 5,000, and it will stay 5,000 until I start again. So even on your opponent's turn, it's still 5,000 instead of 3,000, which is kind of nice. 3 cost, 5,000 power, 1,000 counter, vanilla Luffy, no trigger. A 3 cost, 4,000 power, 1,000 counter, Fugestu Omusubi. Trigger KO up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 1 or less, and add this card to your hand. So that's kind of nice. Push comes to shove, you can get rid of 1 cost blocker, or if you're playing red, the 1 cost cards that either give or take power away kind of thing. Like I don't remember their name, but they give like 3,000 power. To rest it, give 3,000 power. You can use that to get rid of that card, which is kind of nice. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 of these Shimotsuki Ushimaru. Dawn 1, when attacking, you may add 1 card from the top or bottom of your life cards to your hand. Play up to 1 yellow land of Wano type character cards with a cost of 4 or less, so play 1 yellow land of warrior type, 1 land of Wano type character cards with a cost of 4 or less from your hand. So I can throw a Dawn on here, attack with it, and then I can summon almost anything from here, because all of these are land of Wano, all of these are land of Wano, land of Wano, land of Wano. So all of those are land of Wano, and they are 4 or less cost. The only things you wouldn't be able to play would be this vanilla Yamato, because it's 5 cost, but the ulti can be played. Nope, sorry, ulti is Animal Kingdom Pirates, so ulti can't be played. Kaido cannot be played, even though it is the correct cost. And you can play Kuzuki, play any of those. You can play Shinobu, and you cannot play any of the special cards. So 90% of the cards in your deck can be played from your hand with the Shimotsuki Ushimaru ability. So that's not bad. Is this a good deck? It's got some interesting mechanics with the moving of life cards to protect cards, or to give cards the extra damage kind of thing, or the extra combat power, I guess you'd call it. Yamato's ability seems very interesting. If you have 1 Dawn on them, if you have enough life taken away, becomes a 6,000 power leader, which is pretty cool. Only on your opponent's turn, but it's still pretty cool for doing math, for swinging and all that kind of stuff. It seems like it's pretty interesting. I will be very interested to see how it plays. I am going to play it a couple times. We'll just see exactly how it goes. But if you would like to play One Piece at all, or even some Pokemon, in the link in the description, there will be DK's Discord. On there, we have weekly, I would say, One Piece tournaments. There are Discord channels on there that have One Piece deals, Pokemon deals, English, Japanese, the whole shebang. Lots of great people there who want to play, who like to collect cards, and who are just nice people. So link is in the description. Check it out. Great place to learn and play One Piece and Pokemon. But anyways, my name has been Prodigious TCC. That's Prodigious, the Trading Card Collector. And until I see you next time, have a fantastic day.